Eat the burrito. No. No. One for you.
Off. Off. Dip. Feed the board.
The screen people are at it again. I think we've known for a long time that there are certain people who exist on the internet who will literally do whatever they can to fuel their addiction to the screen chemicals. Whether that be making stupid fake pranks. Oh my god! Yes, don't mind me. Just cutting open my $11.99 Swiffer Sweeper with my $7.99 Ace Hardware handsaw. Whether it be abusing their surroundings or abusing their loved ones, the screen person follows the screen points like the nomadic tribe follows the herd, quickly hopping on whatever hot new trend social media has to offer, regardless of whatever negative consequences their behavior may bring about. And as I've mentioned before, when someone becomes extremely addicted to something, they will do whatever it takes to get their fix. And that is, of course, very, very true when it comes to the screen people who are, of course, addicted to the screen chemicals.
Got someone there. Punch it. Glug, 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 glug.
Lovely new trend from your favorite social media app TikTok shows in all cases one of two things. Either these people are extremely exaggerating an existing illness to get likes on social media, or they're completely faking it to get likes on social media. It is without a doubt one of those two things, because this is not spreading awareness. There is content that does that, for sure. This is not it. This is not, oh, these are the obstacles I go through on a daily basis, and these are how I manage them. No, this is, haha, look at me. Look how fun and quirky I am.
Flower shower.
Yeah, so that's what the screen people are up to now. They're faking illnesses for likes, and I can prove it. See, Tourette's is a nervous system disorder involving repetitive movements or unwanted sounds. Now listen to this doctor who has Tourette's explain what exactly qualifies as a Tourette's tic. Yes, I'm going to simp for authority here because right now it's convenient.
So what is Tourette syndrome? Tourette syndrome is a neurological disorder characterized by repetitive, stereotyped, and involuntary movements and vocalizations called tics. Some examples of motor tics include making facial grimaces, blinking a certain way, shrugging your shoulders, twisting your wrists, and moving your neck. Examples of vocal tics include making a sound or repeating a word or phrase. Yep. Like I mentioned earlier, for something to be classified as a tic, it has to be repetitive, meaning it happens over and over again. It has to be stereotyped, meaning it happens in the same way each time. And it has to be involuntary, meaning that it's uncontrollable. While a lot of people tic, a Tourette syndrome diagnosis is made only when a person has exhibited 2 distinct motor tics and 1 vocal tic at some point, though not necessarily at the same time. Moreover, the tics have to be present for at least 1 year and before age 18. A key point here is that while everyone with Tourette syndrome has tics, not everyone with tics has Tourette syndrome.
So according to the doctor, a Tourette's tic is a repetitive motion or sound that needs to be able to be stereotyped, meaning it happens the exact same way every single time. These tics are also completely involuntary. Now I ask you, does any of this look repetitive and involuntary? Now, knowing that Tourette's tics are involuntary, which scenario do you think is more likely? These people are recording themselves over and over again, doing basic mundane tasks, hoping that they will have an involuntary tic that's also funny and quirky so they can post it on TikTok? No pun intended? Who knows? Or they're faking it. Which one do you think is honestly more likely? Because as I've said earlier, this is not spreading awareness. This is attention-seeking behavior, which is why none of the Tourette's tics they document are at all normal tics, like blinking, grimacing, or grunting. It's all crazy stuff like pouring liquid on one's head. Now, to be entirely fair, I am not a doctor. Oh wait, I am a doctor. Now, as a doctor, I can very confidently say that any clinician would agree that this is not a behavior that can be stereotyped as a repetitive motion and therefore classified as a Tourette's tic. It's very obviously an over-the-top exaggeration, and this guy has made his entire brand about having Tourette's. And as you can see, with the actual doctor who suffers from Tourette's, he managed to record his entire video without pouring anything on himself. Which shows you, really, that all of these hyper-exaggerations with all these conditions people allegedly have on social media, They're always crazy over the top. For some reason, this girl thinks that having ADHD equates to having a spasm attack just because some music is playing. Or this girl who's having an alleged anxiety attack, again, just because some music is playing. Or these girls who are allegedly switching personalities on camera, catching their DID in action. Now, I'm not saying that everyone showing signs of an illness on TikTok is faking or exaggerating for clout, or that people with actual neurological or mental illnesses are not allowed on the internet. If that were the case, the internet would be a pretty barren place. I'm simply pointing out that there is nothing the screen person will not do when it comes to getting their screen chemicals. There is nothing off the table. These people want attention, and they want it badly because they are addicted. We all know the internet is fake. We all know that people fake things for attention. People fake their appearances and their lifestyles. They fake all kinds of whatever. I think at some point, the internet became so oversaturated with fake that people have completely become desensitized to all forms of fake and staged content. It's truly as if people don't even notice anymore. But with each new trend that the screen people eagerly hop on for those sweet, sweet screen points, there will always be a price to be paid. The toll will always be paid. Remember that. The internet is full of empty promises. Just like last year where tens of thousands of girls signed up for OnlyFans, hoping to earn themselves vast sums of simp bucks and external gratification just to end up getting exposed to friends and family, losing all privacy and dignity in exchange for depression, and making less money a month than some guys that I know who sell hats in a video game. Tough luck, sweetheart. Maybe you should have turned your nudes into NFTs. That's a joke. But the toll will be paid, whether it be ruining your relationship or ending up in prison. But I promise you, what goes around comes around. Kind of like karma, except on the internet, there's no good karma. It's only bad karma. But is it possible that by pretending to have a mental illness on social media, you can actually give yourself a mental illness?
If you are actually faking that mental illness that you think you're making up for attention, that is also mental illness.
So there's actually a condition called Munchausen syndrome where a person pretends to be ill or causes themselves illness or injury to get attention. Does that sound at all familiar? For some reason, the internet and our greater culture very blatantly glorifies mental illness. It's almost like being mentally ill is somehow giving you more credibility and making you cool. This has been a thing since Tumblr as far as I can tell. But the real question is, how many people, by pretending to have a mental illness online, have given themselves a real mental illness? I can tell you with 100% certainty that is a non-zero figure. And I think we all know that despite living in a world with plenty of legitimately mentally ill people,
This is kind of scary because I only realized this a couple of days ago and I've only come out to a few people. I'm a guy.
there are still lots and lots of people diagnosing themselves with mental illnesses, which in most cases you can only really say so much about because a person's individual life experiences are their own. Maybe you feel depressed. Gotcha. Maybe you feel like there are voices in your head, which is, no. As long as your voices aren't talking to my voices, that's none of my business. But because Tourette's is a condition that is classified by outward gestures and expressions and noises, we can very clearly point to these things and say, yeah, that's fake. But it really makes you think. If someone would go on social media and fake or exaggerate a condition like Tourette's just for the screen chemicals, it makes you wonder, what else would someone do for attention? Hey, don't mind me. No comment here. Will this mental illness make me sick? Not in a literal way, but a figurative one. Maybe to my dismay, it might just do both. Yeah, I might just manifest a mental illness. Thank you for watching the video. Like, comment, and subscribe to give me screen chemicals. Thank you for watching. Bye.